Some of the reasons I hate Donald Trump so much is because he reminds me so much of my own dad. My dad 100% would have said quiet piggy. 100% quiet piggy to his sisters, to his mom, to my mom, to me, to my sister. He loves berating people.
I mean, if the shoe fits. I'm sorry. Sometimes the intrusive thoughts, they win, you know? Have y'all ever like been watching something and then like you got a thought and you thought about it, like, damn, I probably shouldn't say that. You know, sometimes they win. You know, sometimes they win. I'm sorry. It just happens sometimes. Anyway, carry on.
Mocking people. It is just... I become very furious thinking about it and thinking about him and all of his words that are continuously my inner dialogue. Even at 41 years old, I hear it. And every time I hear Donald Trump, I'm like, wow, that man reminds me, or that person, human, sort of something. I don't know what we're considering Donald Trump right now, or at all, but he reminds me so much of my dad. And I just feel like, man, these men love to shush women. They want them to be quiet. They want them to look a certain way. And it's just appalling and disgusting. And I kind of over it.
I'm kind of over it. Bro, you are 41 complaining about Trump calling someone piggy. You're 41. Bro, society has grown so soft these days. Whatever happened to sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me? What happened? Bro, can we make that saying great again? You know what? I'm going to put that on a t-shirt. I'm going to turn that into some merch. We really do need to turn that into some merch so we can make that saying great again. All right? Would y'all be for that? Let me know in the comments, because this is just getting ridiculous, bro. Oh my goodness, he said this, or he said that, or how dare him. That really hurt my feelings. Come on, bro. Goodness gracious. These folks, man, white liberals just annoy me. You know, they really do. They annoy the crap out of me. And I can tell these folks never grew up in the hood, never grew up in any type of struggling environment. Anybody that grew up in the hood knows, bro, you getting roasted. That's part of the daily routine. You come out with some dirty, busted shoes on, you're getting roasted. You know what I'm saying? Like even when I personally get together with some of my family, like that's part of what we do. We make jokes about each other. It's funny. Like nobody takes it to heart. It's funny. Like, come on. Goodness gracious. Like, people are so soft, man. Soft. Sheesh.
Imagine someone saying quiet piggy to your kid, to your daughter, to your mom, to your auntie. The fuck. Listen, no shade to the CBS reporter. She probably really did need her job. But listen, I am not going to be ashamed to admit, anyone says quiet piggy to me or to anybody in my vicinity, I'm catching a felony. I am. I'm catching a felony. Probably multiple. You know, I'm going to prison. Oh my God, I'm so going to prison. I'm going to love it too. I'm going to love every single minute of it, because no one is ever going to look at me and say quiet piggy without paying the price.
Yeah, send her to prison. Send her to prison. If that sends you over the edge to commit a felony, and she said prison, she didn't say I'm going to jail, right? I would assume, simple assault doesn't mean you go to prison. You just go to jail, you do a little time in jail, not prison, and you back out on the street. She said prison, so I'm assuming she's talking about the pew pew. If that's what sends you over the edge, yeah, send her to prison for life. We don't need people with that type of mindset walking amongst us. Simply calling you piggy is going to cause you to take somebody's life? Yeah, that's crazy. That is absolutely mind-boggling crazy. Make straitjackets great again, because that's where individuals who think that way need to be. That is crazy, because somebody called you piggy? Really? Really? Piggy. Like that's well, come on, bro. And she felt comfortable enough to post that online for anybody and everybody to consume and see. Like, this wasn't like a, oh, hey, yeah, bro, hey, listen, if somebody called me piggy, it's going to be a bad day and I'm going to prison for the rest of my life. Like, no. It wasn't like a backroom conversation. Like, you posted the video online thinking that was a great idea. Somebody simply calling you piggy. Bro, see, my mind is just absolutely blown by some folks, bro. Absolutely blown by some folks. And, you know, it's these same type of people who want to call us crazy. Yeah, they will call us crazy, but she's literally saying that she would put somebody 6 feet in the dirt because they called her piggy. Not because they assaulted her, not because they threatened, her life in any way, shape, or form, not because they threatened one of her loved ones' lives in any way, shape, or form, or physically assaulted one of her loved ones' life in some way, shape, or form. No. Not because of that. Because somebody called her piggy. Yeah. You can't make this stuff up, bro. You really can't. I am just over the top right now. What is going on with these liberals? What is going on? Cause somebody, bro, is anybody else's mind blown by that? I'm just like, what the? Carry on.
I think my hottest take, that shouldn't even be a hot take, is that finding trans women attractive as a straight guy does not make you gay. It doesn't even make you...
Oh my goodness. No, not doing this today. Not doing this today. What? Looking at another... See, I feel like every single day they try to creep us closer and closer to just utter insanity. You know? What's that term that liberals always use? Gaslighting. It's like they're gaslighting us, right? What are you talking about? Let's see if this next one is a little better. My goodness, I
still don't understand how he's not in jail. Like, what the... Like, how do you call for the hanging of the opposite political party and you're not immediately put in jail? Like, I just don't understand. Like, no, that's the T word. Like, how is he not in jail? Make it make sense. Like, if it were any other president, they would be immediately taken to jail and tried for treason. How are we not angry as an American society? Like, why are we not angrier than this? Like, it's taken 10 months. Why are we not angrier than this?
If you guys don't know what she was referring to Trump basically saying that some Democrat politicians committed treason because they came out and told military members to disobey the commander-in-chief's orders, basically. And so Trump was like, bro, that's treason. These people don't deserve to be here. And the reason why we are angry about it is because we've watched Democrats get away with crap all the time. All the time. And last time I checked, Democrats aren't the ones being shot at. I'm going to say that again. Democrats aren't the ones being shot at. No matter how much Democrats and liberals come out here and say, oh man, there's so much violence against liberals, there's so much violence against Democrats. Tell me the last Democrat that's been shot. And I don't mean old girl in Minnesota. I'm talking about a raving lunatic Republican, right? Who is intentionally targeting the Democrat Party because the Republican hates their ideas and what they stand for and everything else. And so they're going out and targeting Democrats and trying to put them 6 feet in the dirt. Show me the Republican. Can anybody? Can anybody? No. Okay. I rest my case. I rest my case. Carry on.
There's an entire walkway. But for some reason, people need to walk a foot away from me.
Bro, people done lost their darn minds, bro. If you don't want people walking near you, then I was about to say something crazy. Stay your behind in the house. Okay? Stay in the house. We have every right to walk wherever we want to on a public sidewalk. If I want to walk within an inch of you, I can do so. And if you don't want me to do so, stay at home. Now, if we're talking about touching, sure, yeah, I'm not going to touch you, but I can walk within an inch of you. It's a public sidewalk. It's a public sidewalk. Goodness gracious. People these days, man.
I just walked in the locker room and I heard this dude talking to his buddy. He goes, I hate all women. I will slit their goddamn throats and murder all of them. I looked at his buddy and go, do you know this psycho? And he looked at me appalled and he's like, he's just venting, man. That's not how normal people vent. Casual locker room talk. Mind you, these guys are like double my age, well into their 40s. And your buddy's too spineless to even say, hey, that's not normal. That's not normal behavior. That's not a normal way to vent, to express your emotions and frustration. We live alongside spineless psychos. And I don't want to hear y'all ever talk down on other cultures and talk about how violent other cultures are. Focus on your goddamn selves. Get your own straight. That's not normal to say. Mind you, this isn't the first time I've heard somebody say this in the same damn locker room. A few months ago, I heard this dude go, I can't just wait to start shooting people and laying waste to people in the streets. That's not normal to say. You guys are psychos.
Are y'all thinking what I'm thinking? Are y'all thinking what I am thinking? Are we thinking the same thing? There's one of two things that's happening here. Either he just pulled that out of his behind, and I think that one's very likely, or he was around some liberals. Because once again, as I said earlier, name the Republican that is doing crazy stuff like this. Name him. Can't find him. Name the Republican that's camping out in bushes to try to take out some Democrat. Name them. You can't. You can't. Even though, because Democrats, of course, try to paint, some of these recent shooters as Republican. And one of them was registered Republican before. But then obviously, as more and more evidence came out, it was clear that he was most definitely a liberal. 100% a liberal. Okay? And so, yeah, stop it with this nonsense. Republicans don't do this. Republicans just don't do it. It's not who we are. It's not what we do. But I think it's more likely that he just made that up for clicks. Just, for likes, for attention. Just pulled a story out of thin air. Anyway.
Might be a hot take, but I genuinely think, not even for political reasons, because we all know that Elon Musk is trash, right? But I think that all Cybertrucks should be banned from existence simply for the fact that they are an assault on the eyeballs and the senses. They are the zit of humanity. They are the type of zit that you get on your wedding day morning that you cannot get to go away. One of those huge honkers you get on your face. They should be banned. That's my hot take.
Actually, I kind of like the way the Cybertrucks look personally. I don't like the interior, but I like the way the outside looks. It looks different. And they're big. You know? Those are some big vehicles, Cybertrucks. I personally like the way they look. Now, would I ever purchase one? No. Not an electric car guy. I wanna hear a combustion engine. You know what I mean? That's just me personally. The silence would be weird for me. You know, I wanna have to pull up to the gas station, put the nozzle in the tank. You know, electric cars aren't for me, but to each his own. You know, if I ever were to purchase an electric car, it probably would be a Cybertruck. I think they look kind of cool. It kind of grew on me. At first, I didn't like them, but then, you know, the more I saw, you know, some of them, it's like, actually, this does look kind of cool, you know? That's just my opinion. Do you like the way that they look? Let me know. And would you ever purchase one? That's the real question. Would you ever purchase a Cybertruck? If money wasn't an issue, before anybody comments that, if money wasn't an issue, would you buy a Cybertruck? Let me know. Or are you completely just against electric cars, or you just don't like the way that they look? Talk to me. If it wasn't electric, I would definitely consider it. For sure. But with it being electric, no, I would never buy one. But I do think they look pretty cool. That's just my take, but what's yours? Let me know. Stay safe out there as always, and thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate all of the continued love and support. Peace and love. I'm out.